Hello, Henry from Belgium here. Today I'm showing you set 357, Legoland Firehouse from 1973. What immediately strikes me is that the serial number is not stated at the front of the box, but on the side. The manual is included, which is always a plus. Unfortunately, someone felt it necessary to punch it. Perhaps to file it in a folder. This is a handy format with clear, colorful drawings. It is a big difference from other sets from that period where the manual sometimes took up half of the table. I'm a fan of this format. This is a green baseplate 24 by 32 with 3 driveways. It's a unique one and can only be found in this set and in set 570, which is actually exactly the same set but released on the American market. The inlay has a strange shape with extra cardboard sides at the top. It makes it more difficult to remove parts from the box, so I don't really understand what the function of that extra cardboard is. And apparently it also tears easily. The cardboard also feels very different from my other sets and the front cover is not glossy. On the back I don't see any suggestions for alternative buildings, which is normally always the case. Luckily, there are some nice suggestions on the back of the manual, and that is a big plus. Like I said, the extra cardboard isn't really useful and parts can easily get stuck behind the cardboard when you get started. The cardboard used is clearly of a different quality than I am used to. The set has the theme, Legoland. It consists of 218 parts and no minifigures. I mainly see a lot of black, red, and white. But if you look closely, all the colors that were available at the time are represented. The white dots are useful, so you immediately know where to place the bricks. The base of the building consists of white bricks, alternating with red accents. This is a red window, 1 by 2 by 2 with fixed glass. There are 10 in this set. And this is a red door, 1 by 2 by 3 with a hinge on the left. There is one of these in the set. Unfortunately, the door cannot be opened and has also fixed plastic in the front. In addition to many basic white bricks, there are also 7 curved bricks in the set. This provides a nice finish and a more modern look, at least in that period. The roof is finished with 6 black plates of 4 by 12. This is a 1 by 4 white brick with black Legoland logo pattern. It is not a sticker, which I always find a great added value. The tower consists of 2 parts, built in the same way as the first floor. White basic bricks, alternating with red windows. The tower is completely closed off, which reduces the playing value somewhat. The tower is finished with a flag. I personally think that's the most beautiful part of the set. It has a special shape, It's not a simple rectangle, and that's cool. And above all, it is not a sticker but a print. This flag can only be found in 2 other sets, and is therefore quite rare and valuable. When I look at an inventory list of this set, I see that there is apparently also an edition with the more common square flag and a sticker sheet. On the internet I see indeed that there is a seller offering such a copy here. The outer box is unchanged with the Lego flag. But I see a different flag here in this photo. Apparently, the inner box has been adjusted for this edition, which was a good choice. To complete the firehouse, there are some gray bricks that represent a footpath. Unfortunately, I see that some are missing. I will have to look in my spare parts to see if I have some extras of these bricks. When building the vehicles I noticed these bricks. Also again a print and no sticker. There are 5 in this set. For the rest, the design is quite classic and characteristic of the 1970s. Nice that there are 3 different vehicles in the set. They each have a different base plate and are still different enough to keep building interesting. Minifigures do not fit in the vehicles, so as a collector you can immediately see which period these vehicles come from. It's all very basic, but I find that positive. The bricks give you plenty of opportunities to make creative designs yourself. What suddenly strikes me when building the last vehicle is that the wheels are not all the same. Apparently, there are 3 wheelbases equipped with double tires. And they must be placed under the largest vehicle with the ladder. And that also makes sense because such a ladder truck needs a high towing capacity. A nice detail that the designers have thought about. This is the final end result, and apart from the few missing gray bricks, this set should be complete. But when I look closely at the back of the manual, I see an alternative building with a red brick that I haven't used. And indeed, when I look that up, I see that there should actually be 3 red bricks 1x4 with black Legoland logo pattern in the set. This is the first time that I noticed that certain bricks are not used in the main set, but have been added to only be used in the alternative buildings. I imagine that many collectors and especially sellers do not know this either. So if you are planning to buy this set and you want it to be 100% complete, then these 3 bricks should definitely be included. It's a nice extra and I may purchase it in the future. I see that they are easy to obtain and not that expensive. When I now see the set in its entirety, it is a beautiful display piece. The general condition seems good to me, considering the age of more than 45 years. Some dust here and there, and minimal discoloration on the white bricks. It's all a bit basic, but it contains enough interesting parts to add the set to my collection. Such as the unique baseplate, the flag and the other printed parts, the ladder, the wheels with double tires, etc. And I would also like to have in my collection all the fire station sets from the period that I collect, so this set is certainly part of it. Feel free to write down your comments under this video. You can also like and subscribe. It's free. Thanks for watching, and until the next video.